Hi, my name is Ribi Sekaraya. I was introduced to Yoga for Yourself by my friend Savita in LA. Actually, 2 years back, I was diagnosed with vertigo. I couldn't do any backbending asanas or lateral stretches. After joining this class, I was even afraid to try any new asanas. And here, every class starts with a tradition, like bowing down in every direction. I was even afraid to try those. And one day Sujata ji mentioned, this is really good for vertigo. So after that, I started paying attention to every asana, step by step, inhalation, exhalation, different types of pranayam, acupressure therapy, what all they teach here. I started paying attention and slowly I built confidence. I started trying new asanas. After 1.5 years joining this class, I can see my physical and mental health has improved. My vertigo has cured. And what is unique about this class is all three yoga gurus, Suhas sir, Sudhir sir, and Sujata ji, they always explain the anatomy of the asana, the benefits. And every class is well planned with new variations. That makes this class very interesting. And I do yoga like 6:45 to 7:45 in the morning, and that gives me a beautiful start to my day. And I'm looking forward to do this yoga class every single day. And it's giving me an opportunity to find health, happiness, and peace here. Thank you.
Namaskar. Amrut Dhara. This video series of Amrut Dhara, we are looking at freedom from vertigo. Vertigo, which is considered to be one of the very difficult time for the patient because it indisposes him totally.
There are many various reasons to happen this vertigo, giddiness.
But most important of that is auditory nerve, the vestibule in the ear and that fluid. The connection of that with the brain gets disturbed, and because of that there is a possibility of one getting the vertigo.
Through asana and pranayam, how to get relief from that pain?
That particular condition can be cured, can be taken care of using asana, pranayam and acupressure. In today's video, we are looking at all these three issues of asana, pranayam and acupressure points. So let's start. The one thing which needs to be understood is, we will not bend far too much forward. Whenever we are bending, if required in the asana, it is only from the back, not the complete neck going down or you going down. So with this caution, let's start. Join your hands, take them at the back, open up the complete chest, you are supporting your head and pressing it fully, doing the breathing and breathing out. Then turn to the right very slowly, go with the gaze, your eyes will not be closed. Take it maximum, you are giving pressure opposite sides of the head and the arms. Come to the center and then go on to the left side. Go to the full. Your eyes will roll along with the posture. Very slowly come to the center and then look up. Look up to the maximum possible capacity, ensuring that you don't get any giddiness, and then come back in center. Release the arms. We can repeat this at least 3 times so that we are fully confident of the issue. Going further.
Another asana which we are looking at is, which we can do sitting on chair. Those who have giddiness, they can't stand up for doing asana, so they can do sitting on chair. But just keep in mind, it should be straight, firm. It should not be like sofa or sinking chair. But the hands are spread in shoulder level. Exhale, turn on the side and slowly go down if you can touch your palm to the ground and look up, giving that beautiful twist and turn to the cervical region. With breath, come back. With breathe out, change. We are aware we have to do both sides equally. And in final posture, we are breathing 3 to 5 times. These movements, these postures should be slow, steady and complete. There is no shortcut. We exhale, release, relax. And we can do 3 to 5 times every asana for good effect.
Doing a standing posture, what all we can do? Balancing, and it is possible when you are using the chair. So, Sujata ji is showing the front angle, I am on the side angle. What are we doing is keeping the leg, one up the foot, one after the other. Breathe in full and go on the toes, raise yourself. Let the hand go back. If your chin can touch the collarbone, it will be good. Do the breathing. Your fingers are tight, your body is fully pulled up. The connection of the brain and the vestibules in the ear, that gets established in this particular asana. It's a variation of Tadasana. Going further, you can put the feet each one ahead of each other and then stretching the arm back completely, touching chin to the collarbone, doing the breathing, and then come back slowly to the final posture.
By going on toes, we are stretching those channels which are connected to our brain, to our head, and that way we energize those channels.
We are looking at the acupressure points, and after that we look at the pranayama. Sujata ji is sitting, and you can see it. It is there on the screen also. You can see it. 3 important points on the palms, and they are being marked for you once again. This is the tip of the thumb. On the same thumb, come at the root. Then on the same side, the point between the little finger and the ring finger. How do we do it? Taking a thumb, press it and rotate. Press it and rotate. Do it on all points. Do it on all points and do it with full faith that it is working on me. The particular points what are being marked for you, they are very useful in handling and curing the vertigo. What we have done to the right hand, same has to be repeated on the left hand. So point is 1, point number 2 and point number 3. The same points are there on your feet. So as they can be seen, this is the point at the tip of the big toe, then at the bottom and on the side. Same points what we did for the arm. Using your own thumb, you can press and rotate, press and rotate. Do it for about 10 to 12 seconds. On what has been done on the right leg to be repeated on the left leg. And what has been repeated on the left leg, that balancing we can do it twice a day. Very important 2 more points we are looking at, and they are on the side of the ear. This particular point, it is one of the excellent points for the curing vertigo, and it is just above this particular mid portion of the ear and where the temple starts. So use the thumb and give the rotation. Give the pressure and rotation using thumb. One more point we look at is the very small portion of the ear. This particular portion, what you can look at. That also needs to be pressed and rotated. It is one of the good points, acupressure point for the clearing even the epilepsy, even the paralytic attacks and like that.
It is actually very easy to do self-treatment. By knowing these particular pressure points, we can give pressure with thumbs on these points.
Exactly.
Also on the ears by holding and pressing our ear, that small bridge here,
Yeah.
and giving pressure and relax. That way we activate these pressure points which are connected directly to the brain and balance the issue or remove completely that vertigo issue.
One very particular thing which we need to notice is don't close your eyes while doing asana and even while doing these acupressure points. We are looking at what can be done as pranayama.
For pranayama, one has to do its best for cleansing, for bringing the peace. It is also disturbance or stressed mind generate that vertigo issue, one of the reason. And for that pranayama is best. So keep your hands in Gyan Mudra, which is also called as Chin Mudra. Index finger and thumb pressed together. Other three fingers are straight tight. Sitting straight firm, not sitting like sinking or touching back to chair. And breathing through nose, breathe out through mouth. And what is one has to do? I'm inhaling till 10 counts and exhaling till 20 counts. And that too through the mouth. That way absorbing more oxygen and throwing away more and more carbon dioxide, which also brings the balance in all different parameters, whether it's blood pressure, whether it's cholesterol or sugar.
One more important pranayama is Bhramari. And Bhramari, as we all know, we've seen it in many other videos which you definitely have seen in the past. We close the ear bridge, 2 fingers are on the eyes and 2 on the top. You breathe in full and release with the sound of M. Do this makar as long as possible, and if you want, you can keep the eyes open also.
And this way we can do 10 to 15 cycles in one stretch, but do with your own strength. It's not compulsory, you should do continuously 15 cycles. Do with your own strength.
Take the count, how much it is lengthier, how much it is shorter, what is my breathing in and breathing out pattern, and you will be at ease with your own self. In addition to this, we need to do Shavasana as part of a routine. And Shavasana is there in the same Amrut Dhara serial on the same YouTube channel of ours, which I am very sure you have subscribed and pressed bell icon. That those Shavasana videos, they are very useful in calming the mind, calming the body and bringing you at peace with
And
yourself.
one of the best is Omkar. Akar, Ukar and Magar. Those vibrations energizes our brain, releases tension and brings the balance in our vertigo issue. So let's get freedom from vertigo by doing these simple steps, and that too every day. Only once will not give that much effect.
So continue watching this particular series of videos on wellness, जिसका नाम है अमृत धारा। नमस्कार।